All right, I'm just going to do a quick question video. This is kind of for some of my friends here, and the truck owner will probably enjoy that I'm doing something with this. But so the last video seen, this truck ran, drove perfect. It was beautiful. We did all the kind of typical 6-liter stuff under the hood as far as oil coolers, turbo, everything. So the wires were moving around. You know, it's possible there's a chafe in here, but basically what's happening is the injectors are not turning on. The FICM is not turning on. So I pulled out that plug, and sure enough, you know, like I'm not getting power to these ports here, or those pins, right? You know, which, you know, are for the relay switched power and everything. So okay, that's interesting. So so I'm having a look at this one here, you know, and you know, you can see when we're putting this in, you know, there's a few popular spots that this can chafe, right? And, you know, and then taking it, and, you know, we didn't unplug these, right? Any of these connectors, but there's 3 connectors. So this is going to be our next focus here, to make sure that we've got power coming to this, right? Connector going up into our main one here. These two, this main one, and then these 2 go to each bank of injectors. So yeah, so we're not getting power down here. So now I'm going to trace it back, right, over to here and over to here. Now, this truck doesn't work on the starter for whatever reason, which is really odd. So you always kind of want to think that something's related here. So when we turn the key on, no clatter, right? And when we crank it, right, but you can hear we've got some, so you know, we've got some action going on there. So I'm going to start with that. So I've pulled this aside, you know, I'm doing the proper pinpoint tests, right? The scanner's telling us that there's, you know, 8 injectors not getting power. So we're going to start by getting this going. Now, after I was going through this, I start finding a lot that are connected over to this cluster here. So this cluster really could be our issue. So that's the next thing that I'm going to change. So first things first, right, we've got to verify that we have new parts that are good. So this is my truck here, which is exactly the same. And I had a cluster issue with this one. And the one that I put in works good, but it doesn't have a glow plug light and a lights out. So I'm going to repair that at the same time. So see that? Everything all kind of lights up. That's what we want, right? And that's what we're not getting. And then obviously we get our start, right? So now, is it because it's not starting because it's not seeing park? Is it because the transmission itself is not showing park? As you know, is it some sort of a safety lockout or whatever? So it's kind of weird. You think if it's not starting, and now I'm having a FICM problem, right, that the 2 aren't related, and we've got a 4x4 light that's stuck on, right? So that's really interesting too. So now that I've got all this out, I've got all my paperwork, I've got the shop clean, right? I'm going to go through this, and we should quickly figure out where the problem is, and then I'm going to make a quick video of where the problem was and how I fixed it.